Bernice Quisenberry has joined us a few times here on the show. She tragically lost her newborn daughter. She sought help trying to navigate that, but she couldn't find the help she truly needed. So she started her own effort. Chasing the Rainbows provides peer-to-peer support and mentorship after a baby loss. Bernice has added an element to things, a special podcast named Cry It Out Loud, encouraging real talk about the aftermath of loss. Bernice, good to have you back with us again.
Thanks for having me.
Remind viewers the types of support that Chasing the Rainbows is able to provide.
Absolutely. So we're taking a daily approach to support. So we're doing daily support groups, one-on-one mentorships where we reach out via text, call, whatever's easiest for the survivor. We also are doing referrals, professional handoffs for therapy services and things like that with relationships that we've built, and also other resources to help guide, survivors during this traumatic time.
And these are things that you needed because this is born out of your own pain.
Absolutely. So when our 5.5-week-old daughter died in my arms, I left the hospital that day like, where is the daily support services? Why isn't there a virtual support group every day happening? Why isn't there a mentor that I can talk to every day that understands what life is like after living? And that's what we're focusing on, the living after these losses, because they are traumatic and it's hard to return to everyday life, everyday routine when you only get 3 days to grieve and then you need to return. So how can we armor ourselves and be together?
So this is a fabulous idea, the podcast.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're a podcaster.
Oh, I know.
Probably didn't see that coming, right? How did that come about?
Yeah, if you would ask me 3 years ago, no. And so what happened was, social media can be great and we do have support pages on there, but it's also triggering because it's showing the glam and all the good things that are happening. So you're seeing other pregnant people, you're seeing babies being born. So instead of just giving materials on there, what else can we give them? So instead of the daily support, if they don't want to attend group, if they don't want to have a mentor, they don't want to reach out to their mentor, then they can listen in on our podcast because we're doing weekly ones and it's all around living. And that's the thing. There was another podcast that's out there right now for baby loss, but it's about baby loss stories. And instead of doing that, what about the other aspects of living? And that's what our topics are about and everything.
Yeah, talk about the kinds of guest speakers that you have on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
What their profession is or their experience.
Yeah, so one of the segments that we have is our maternal fetal medicine segment, and that's where they can ask a maternal fetal medicine doctor about their loss. And it's not about medical advice or anything like that, but it's questions that come up like, is it because I did this or that caused this loss to happen? It's things that give us survivors peace of mind when we're going through the healing process. So that's one of the segments. And then we are putting people on with different lived experience and different professionals, OBGYNs and things like that, to give a different perspective and to open the dialogue up around these traumatic losses because they're happening too frequently. And no one wants to talk about it. Baby loss is uncomfortable. It's a horrific topic. So having us survivors all come together and understanding the experience from other survivors and how they're continuing to put one foot in front of the other. That's really important.
Podcasts are so great because you can listen to them in your car.
Exactly, at your own convenience.
At your own convenience. You can pause, you can come back to it. How can we listen?
Absolutely. So we actually have a separate website, but you can find it on our chasingtherainbows.org website. But we have cryitoutloudpodcast.com. Also, we're on all major streaming platforms for free. So we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, Google, YouTube, wherever, but you'll find it all on our website.
Oh, it's incredible. It's such a good resource for anybody who's really struggling. Hasn't made that connection or doesn't want that one-on-one connection,
Absolutely.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you. Always good to see you.
Yeah,
good to
you
have
too,
you on the
Amy.
show.
I appreciate you.
We have a lot to come in our second half hour. We'll be right back.